Hello everybody, it's Greg Christensen at Grandview Grain and Livestock. I thought I'd show you our working facilities here. We run sheep and goats through. I built this, me and some other guys, I don't know, probably 8 years ago, maybe now, and it's worked rather well. So this is the area that the livestock will come in from into what we call the bud box. This bud box is 14 feet wide. It's a little too wide actually. If I had to do over again, I would make it probably a 12, maybe even 10 foot wide would be plenty. You can see this gate. We'll pull that closed behind them, and then they're inside the box. It would probably help. You might find some videos on YouTube. A bud box, most of them are used with cattle. I don't know any others used with sheep or goats. And I'll post some videos of where we're actually using this working facility with livestock running through it. But this is the bud box. And they'll come in here. And once we close the gate, then they'll be looking for an opening, and then they go right up this alleyway here. Now this working facility was, I purchased it from Ketchum. I'll tell you what I like about it. First, I like that it's up off the ground. If you're taller like I am and you don't like bending over so far, it really makes working the animals a lot nicer when they're raised off the ground about a foot. I like because the sides are adjustable. You can adjust it in or out, and you can adjust it angled in at the bottom or straight up and down. I believe we have it straight up and down now. Probably last thing we worked in here was some ewes. We got it set pretty wide, but you can narrow that up. You can work kids in it. Lambs, goats, you can basically work whatever livestock, small ruminants you've got in there. Maybe what I don't like about it, you see these sliding doors there. You don't need those. He talked me into them, but every once in a while they pop out. They're kind of a pain. I really don't know what you use them for. You can't reach in there and trim hooves. If we're going to trim hooves, we have one that's limping. We just pull their feet up over the sides. Now you can see I've let the side down on this, so you can reach over, give vaccinations. There, that side's still up. That's really nice. But when you first put them in, you better have it, probably want to have it up. They can jump out of it if you've got to leave them down like that. These gates, not sure if I like those gates or not. Guillotine gate probably would have been just as good. This one you have to walk around it when it's open, when you're walking up and down the alleyway. But all in all, I like the setup real well. Maybe a few things I change. If I had to do it over again, these are two 10-foot sections. Probably only really need one. You can get 4 or 5 does in one section here. And if I'm doing it by myself, it's hard to get them to go up in that front section. I just use the back section anyways. Load 4 or 5, get out, vaccinate, worm, whatever it is. Usually I've got help for that, but occasionally I'm doing it by myself. Here at the end, we've got a 3-way parting gate, which we can turn to the right into a pen, turn to the left into this pen, or send out straight into that pen. And that's real important. I'd highly recommend you get a 3-way sorting gate at the end of any kind of an alleyway you're using. It's just the best way to sort You're trying to wean, you're sorting heavies from lights for ones to go to sale. Yeah, it works real well. I put this other gate in it. Sometimes we'll put a scales in this front part, and so that'll hold just one animal. We'll jump them up on the scales and we can weigh, see if we're ready to go to sale with that animal. Here you go. That's Kitchen's phone number there. If you want to call in and check about it, or you can go to their website. Seems to me like maybe one section costs, I don't know, let's say $1,500. Maybe it's a little bit more now. We built this shed over the top of it, and that's really been nice. You know, you can work animals. It can be really cold, so cold we got to keep our needles in warm water to keep them from freezing. Or it can be really hot and we're up there in the shade. We even turn a fan on if we want. So yeah, you know, putting this building over, I think cost us about $3,500, but it was worth every penny. And then we can work animals in the rain, cold wind. It really doesn't matter. We're shaded in the summertime. It's always bad weather. It seems like whenever we had something that we need to start vaccination programs, or we wanted to wean somebody. So, you know, I'd say that's worth the effort. There you can see the alleyway. We'd have maybe, I don't know, a couple hundred into that alleyway, and work them through this bud box, through the alley, working alley. Whatever we're doing, if we're checking eyelids for parasites, if we're trimming a hoof or something, we have to just pull his hoof up there over the edge. Giving vaccines, we don't catch head. We don't have a head catch. That'd be awfully slow. But you can run through. I don't know. You can easily run through probably 75 an hour, depending on what you're doing to them. If you're just sorting some off, you can probably run through maybe 200 an hour if you just want to sort some. But we're usually, anything goes through here, we're checking their eyelids for parasites and worming whoever needs it at that time. Well, I'll have some video with actual animals being worked through here. But I wanted to kind of show it to you. People have asked about our working facilities. Thank you. You have a good day.